Hello, Monsters Band here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Vortex Campaign and part 12 of my Oxyotl playthrough, where some Doomfire Warlocks are getting shot in the flank. Yep, that it does. Yeah, they're not very happy. They are now routing. Can't blame them. Let's got the Chameleon Skinks on the flank here while we are doing quite a ballsy move. There seem to be Dark Elves everywhere at the moment, and we need to pick them off. That's just what we're doing. I thought we were fine for Dark Elves, and the next minute there's just Dark Elves bloody everywhere. Absolute ruddy nightmare. Anyway, we've got Bloodrack Shrine that is taking considerable fire. I don't think it can see from where either. Oh, I think they've just spotted us. That's the Bloodrack Shrine is now fleeing away. Good. The rest of our forces are over here. They can only see a few of these units. They can see the Pale Death. I think they can see the Treader of Lustria, and they can see the Spirit of Tepok. Apart from that, we are invincible. Let's come back and take out this Spiky Hydra. We've also got Harganeth Execution. A lot of Harganeth Executions. The Dark Elves are starting to send out some quite nasty armies, and I'm not in favour. Down with that kind of thing. So we're going to take out the Spiky Hydra and these Dark Shards. Dark Shards are important to kill, obviously, because if they return fire, that would be quite nasty. Spiky Hydra charging towards us. It's taking a lot of damage. And it can't catch us. I mean, none of these units can catch us. They can return fire with, like, the Bloodrack Shrine and the Dark Shards, but apart from that, Spirit of Tepok charging in, doing a little banishment there. Lovely little Comet of Cassandora as well, taking out a large chunk of those units. Of course, we've got the Venom Spit coming in as well. There comes the Ion Cannon and Electricity. Bit of a crossfire, bad times to be a Dark Elf. In comes Sean Connery and Daniel Craig, rampaging through the Dark Elf lines. The enemy general's not looking very happy. We're now charging in with our skinks. Lots of fire coming in, lots of abilities. Oh, it's good. It's good shit. And the Dark Elves are starting to rout. They've had enough. That deluge of abilities. The Shredder of Lustria is chasing after some Dark Shards. It's not doing well at that, but it's you managed to kill one. Good job. Good job. Bloodrack Shrine needs to die, so we've got it in a crossfire. Skinks to the left of it, Skinks to the right. Here she is, stuck in the middle with Skinks. Some Harganeth Executioners charging us on the flank. Ow! Have you? You've killed one Skink. I don't think that's enough. And off they go. Army losses now taking effect. Looks like they've had enough. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Limited casualties. Have to be a little bit careful here because there is another Black Ark nearby. If we can just land. Perfect. I wasn't sure we'd be able to do that. Right, there's one army dealt with. There's still two more. Little bit dicey. Sure be okay. Got that little black. Now, it does... How have they got so many armies? What strength rank are they? 1. Okay, well that probably explains why they've got so many armies. They do have 17 settlements. The High Elves do have more, but they're strength rank 6. I guess they've lost some armies there. They're about... Because they have been doing a Vortex ritual and it's about to fail. So you're fighting against Katep, which is good because that's waste. So who's Katep at war with, just out of interest? Okay, so they're putting pressure on the Cult of Pleasure as well as Tretch. So if I can hold the Dark Elves, then I think the High Elves, Katep, they can probably make ground. We lost Croak, which was really irritating. I'm hoping that we can get him back. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want these Dark Elves to attack me or not. So have they landed? No, but they are just like chilling there. So we're going to meander in this direction just to be kind of like, if you land, we're what? Oh shit, I didn't realise I had a number of turns to complete that. Really? What? I didn't realise I thought it was just like a quest like, go do this. So, what? Eh? Okay. Bit weird.
Never. Rank idiocy.
Huh. Okay then. Not sure what my next step is. I just kind of assumed that it was a quest that would just stay there, because I mean I need it to win the camp, so does that mean I can't win the Vortex victory anymore then? Did it have turns on it? Did it? Fuck. Okay. 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 Well, there we go. Determining the Great Plan. Ah, didn't see that one. So that was that one, isn't it? A small public order, which, I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing. Getting a little slan pad, a star chamber, where they just get high. Let's be honest, that's all they're doing there.
What is this foolishness?
So with the, I mean, we'll have the garrison to help out as well if they land. So we should be able to deal with that.
No.
Oh no, I think we will. How much money do we have? Just get ogres? We'll just get ogres. Just fill our army with ogres. Seems like a plan, doesn't it? We could get. I keep forgetting we've got the blessed spawnings as well, haven't we? So we could do that. We've got 20 in that army now. I could always get rid of some of the skink cohort, but they are quite cheap. Well, shit. I mean, that seems weird. That you just have a few turns to complete it. Okay, you are laying siege to that, which is fine. You're also taking attrition, because we're doing the Sotek Doobie Watsits. And you won't be able to attack it right away, so we can come down. So I don't quite know what you're thinking there is. And you have decided to... Right, you're just sitting right... You really want Harganeth, don't you? Alright, so we can bot both of these armies, I think. You're going to run away, or... Oh, no, you're going... It says Valiant Defeat. Really? I think we'll be fine, probably. That's a lot of Blackguard, though. That is, to be fair, a lot of Blackguards. But I still think we'll be alright. Jabba backs up with the garrison. Can take these Dark Elves, I have no doubts. They don't want to come and play, though. We were trying to camp out and wait for them, but nope, they didn't want it. So we're going to deal with them piecemeal. That's the plan. So I do have the Skin Cohort in front. That's a lot of Javelins being chucked and a lot of Dark Elves. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That's a lot of Javelins. Ouch. And a burning head. What a burning head as well from Jabba, carving through a unit of Blackheart Corsairs and 2 units of Blackguard. Absolutely fantastic stuff. More Javelins coming in from the Skinks. Blackguard getting absolutely shredded before they even get into combat. And that's not my Anzapul's Black Horror. It does, however, carve its way through the Blackguards and also some of my Skinks, but that's less concerning for me. So Blackguard, now the Blackguard are quite a tanky unit, of course, quite tough to deal with. We do have our Ogres with dual weapons. We've also got the Man-Eaters who are trying to beat up the Supreme Sorceress. She's running away. To be fair, can't blame her. Oh, but they've caught up. She's getting slammed in the face by big burly boys. Yeah, she's having a bad time. A very, very bad time. She's spirit leeching them, and you can see Blackguard retreating. We've got them surrounded by our Saurus warriors, and while they have a lot of armor, and the Saurus don't have a huge amount of armor piercing, they do have quite a lot of weapon strength at 52. They have 18 armor piercing, which when you compare it to the armor piercing, I mean, it's 25 armor piercing, and they're counted as armor piercing units. So the Saurus don't actually have much worse armor piercing than a unit of Blackguard. You can see the ogres getting in here as well. Good stuff. Like that a lot, the Spiky Hydra. See Jabber at the back, keeping an eye on things. Meanwhile, over on this flank, we're trying to use our cavalry to engage their cavalry, but it's tricky because they've also got units of War Hydras. They've got some Blackguard as well. We don't obviously want to engage them. However, most of the enemy army has been destroyed. So we caught a lot of their Cold One Dread Knights over here, carving them up, no problem. Most of the Blackguard in the centre have been destroyed. It's really just the right flank still holding on. We're going to countercharge the Cold One Dread Knights there, just surround them with our Blessed Horned ones. Again, we don't want to get those Blackguard get anywhere near us. And despite the fact that, I mean, really, if you look at it, the enemy army has just been taken apart piecemeal. There's units fleeing all over the place. We massively outnumber them. They're down to 350 compared to our 2,100, and yet they're still fighting. Cold One Dread Knight is being slowly diminished. I mean, these chariots are a pain in the arse for me to catch. Can't really do much about that. The enemy Supreme Sorceress got beaten up by the Man-Eaters and then ran away. She's still trying to do some stuff over there. You can see the Blackguard fighting Chameleon Skinks slowly dwindling. Okay, we do not want to get caught up with that Blackguard, so we are harassing the Cold One Dread. See, the Cold One Dread Knight is down to 2, and they're still fighting with 35, 21. I mean, they're almost dead. I'm literally having to. It's almost like this army's fucking unbreakable. They do not want to run away, and I don't understand why. Like, Jabba's army is way stronger than them. Jabba throwing out a fireball there. I mean, Jabba's actually got 95 kills. Not bad. He's not even that high a level. So this Blackguard has been chasing us all over the map. I mean, the enemy army's basically dead. It's just this blob of units over here. They've only got about 200 left compared to what... I mean, we outnumber them 10 to 1. And yet they still seem to be fighting on. Unbelievably. Cold One Dread Knights slowly losing numbers. And just the last few units to wipe out. Again, it just feels like this army's unbreakable. Fortunately, eventually, they do seem to realise that this battle is lost for them. Just about. I mean, only 2 units of Blackguard. The enemy general retreating or almost dead. Almost dead. There's not really very much left. Finally, the enemy army breaks and runs, but jeez, why were they so invested? What level were you? 13? Not that good. Christ almighty. I guess some experience might help. You gonna run away? Yeah, you run away.
My visions predict failure.
I mean, for you, yes. For you, absolutely. Bone Penner, you're dead. Right. Let's get some... Okay, let's... Right, we'll merge you. We're going to get a couple of you. I'm going to get rid of you. Let's do something like that. Makes it a little bit more tanky. And you have 2 skill points. That's nice. So you get that level 16. So let's get Arcane Convergence just because I would like Banishment. That would be quite nice to have. Let's get Proud Warriors. Let's give you some more Saurus. Something like that. Then we can swoop in here with this. Can we just... Nope. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to do this the hard way then. It's very Dark Elf heavy this episode, isn't it? A lot of Dark Elves, a lot of Dark Elves to kill, a lot of Dark Elves being killed. And Oxyotl and his Chameleon Skinks hanging back, picking off those Coldborn Dread Knights. And the rest of our forces are now hiding around a corner, because my thinking is that like a little pond? Oh yeah. Got a little crater. Anyway, the point is, what I'm hoping is that all these units will like blob up as they come around the corner, and then I can blat them with Comet of Cassandora and Banishment, all that kind of shit. Oxyotl is really... He can do a lot of damage if you just leave him to it. You get him in a good position, he just... 360 no scope. I mean, there is no scope on a blowpipe. That's just... It's just what blowpipe... I mean, I don't know. Maybe blowpipes do have a scope. Maybe they do better if they did. You can't. You don't know where they're coming from. Coming from behind. Yeah, that's right. Chameleon Skinks, of course, being a little bit chill here because the Coldborn Dread Knights do have Primal Instincts, which means they can spot units from further away, and obviously we don't want that. Only when they're weakened enough that a couple of volleys will be able to finish them off, just like this. You can see they're moving in this direction, I think, because they know there's units out here, and they're scouting, which is fine. And as soon as they get into range, they're in for a nasty shock, aren't you, lads? Yeah, there we go. Oops. And they charge, and they're charging. They're out of control. They're out of control. And they're routing. There we go. Laters. Okay, you're dead. Now we need to pick off the other unit of Coldborn Dread Knights. The rest of the units are now coming around the cliff face, which is exactly what we wanted. And the Coldborn, I mean, especially infantry. Infantry just gets carved to pieces by Oxyotl. It's amazing. I mean, how many kills was that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7? 7 kills in one shot? That's absolutely devastating. The Shades pop out. We both see each other at the same time, but the Shades turn to try and get into some kind of formation, and the Chameleon Skinks cut them down in no time. You can see the Blackguard there just being absolutely devastated. Meanwhile, units now coming around the cliff face, as expected. The Spirits de Poc is just tanking them there. We're going to take a little bit of fire as they drop some Black Arc abilities on our head, but no biggie. Going to do very little damage to us. And then the old trio of AoEs, Banishment, Lightning Thingy, Comet of Cassandora. Why not? Let's go the hat trick. And yep, it's looking pretty bad for the Dark Elves as they come around the cliffs. Meanwhile, we are chasing after the stragglers. This Blackguard, these units of Blackguards seem to be trying to deal with the Chameleon Skinks, but they move too slow. They have no shields. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad for them. Getting just in that crossfire, Oxyotl's up to 126 kills, and that's all Dread Knights and Blackguard, so pretty effective. We're now charging in to finish off the rest of the Dark Elves. Shredder of Lustria. It's absolute carnage. The Dark Elves are once again outclassed. Spiky Hydra desperately trying to get away. Spirit of Topok. Lightning breathing stuff. And there we go. Well, for you it is, yes. Alright, that's Ricard dead again. Not for the first time.
Ill considered.
Oh, get out of here. You can't get all the way around there. Oh, that makes that so risky, because if that black arc is filled with nasty stuff, I mean, we'll probably be alright.
Absurd.
I mean, we have killed a lot of Dark Elves. We've stopped any reinforcements getting it. I mean, mind you, Malekith does have quite a lot of stuff over there. Well, does he, though? Where is Malekith? Where's he scarpered off to? Why are the High Elves doing so well? The High Elves doing so badly because they're all over here.
You were nothing.
Okay, Lockhear's over there. Looks like Marathi's getting trampled. We could maybe push, sort of take the Great Arena, Garond, maybe even hit Naggarond. Is there anything here we can do to, like, weaken? I mean, ward save would be nice. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything I can do? I could get more missile strength. If I wanted to take a Dark Elf city, one with a very powerful garrison, how would I go about doing that with Oxyotl's army? Because we're not... I guess I could just take the walls, right? Because my infantry is actually pretty strong. And we still have the right of Sotek for 7 more turns. I mean, if I'm going to do it, it may as well be now. Let's do it. No, I think it's fine. I think we got it. We're going to do it. We're going to go to take Garond. We're going to take Great Arena. We're going to take Naggarond. That will really cause issues for Malekith. He's already, like, under pressure here. And his allies should also then hopefully fall with number of armies sort of manoeuvring against them in that area. Hopefully. Now, what we can maybe do is continue to harass. Now, where would be a good... You know what? I'm tempted to, like, be over here. Like, do this.
Ready the swordfish. Sardasa's most infamous.
What happened to my...
Aranessa salt spite.
Oh, there it is. I was on the garrison, not what I wanted. Let's upgrade that one as well. Start to see if we can help the High Elves a little bit. So we've got Jabba defending this area. We can push with Oxyotl. We haven't had any more visions. And I may have lost that the battle against Torok. So I guess I can't win that way now, which means I'm going to have to kill Katep. It seems weird that it had a time limit. It did. I went back and checked. It did have a time limit. I just didn't think that it would. I thought it was like, well, it's like a... It's a campaign victory mission. You don't put a time limit on those, right? Right?
The goddess forbids it.
How have you got so many fucking armies? Are you still strength rank? You better not still be strength rank 1. How the hell are you still strength rank? I fucking murdered so many of your armies. How are you still doing this? It's insane. Absolutely off the chain. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go and deal with this. Hand of Wrath, can't see what kind of army it is. Never mind. We need to push. We need to push now. Now or never. Ugh. That's a horrible army. That's slightly better? Wow, you just killed my skinks, eh? Okay, then. The hard way it is. Dragon is having a terribly bad time as Oxyotl just snipes him out of the air. I was a little bit worried about dealing with that dragon. Turns out... Nope. Uh-oh. But unfortunately they spotted the chameleon skink, so they're going to have to dart back. Took a little bit of burning head there, but that wasn't actually that effective. This army's quite scary. So, in fact, the Dark Elves are throwing out a lot of scary stacks at the moment, which is not what I want. Do not want that kind of thing. Do not want to have to deal with scary Dark Elf stacks. This map's also horrible for an attacker because there's very little, especially for range. There's very little position you can like take. There's very little ground here where you're not going to be fighting uphill, and obviously you don't want to do that. Oxyotl with 27 kills. He's done a lot of damage to that dragon, and he's also been picking off the units on the flank over here. It's worked out quite nicely. And we just need to deal with this Blackguards. I mean, the Dread Spears aren't really that bad. The Shades, quite nasty. Coldbond Dread Knights, you know, they're fairly nasty. The Sorceress taking a volley of fire there. That's just trying to get a burning head off on the Chameleons. Oh no, it's a Anzapul's Black Horror. The Chameleon Skink's now being chased by some of these units, which is not ideal, but it is drawing off quite a lot of the enemy army, which means that we can then concentrate on smashing the forces chasing after us. Keep the enemy Dreadlords at arm's reach. Oxyotl can keep doing some kills, and get our banishment off. Basically, we can wipe out these units here, and then we can move over to help the Chameleon Skinks who are being chased around the map. Time to weld some Black Ark Corsairs. Oof. Okay, we're chasing the Dark Elves top of the hill. You can see a lot of these missile ranged units now retreating. We're dealing with the Blackguard actually. The Chameleon Stalkers annihilate them. Like, not even close. Chameleon Stalkers, very, very good unit. And that precursor weapon can do a lot of damage. On the flank, though, we do have some Blackguard that need to be dealt with. The Red Crested Skinks getting some good kills in there. Of course, their arm piercing is very, very effective. There's quite a big blob of missile units now fleeing back over the top of the hill. The Chameleon Skinks harassing the enemy. These Bleak Swords. I mean, if Blackguards can't deal with the Chameleon Skinks, I don't know what chance the Bleak Swords think they've got. Not a good one. You better hope so. With the front line demolished, the Dark Elves have nothing to stop the horde of Skinks and our dinosaurs from rampaging through their lines. Those Scourge-Runner chariots being picked off by the Chameleon Skinks. Our Chameleon Skinks now closing the net as these units desperately try to get some distance between them and the Skinks behind them. Unfortunately, they haven't seen the Skinks in front of them. God, these Dark Elves are getting worse. Gotta put a pin in this. Put a stop to these shenanigans.
Never.
Really? Right. You better not be strength rank 1 again. For fuck's sake. No. You're much better at pushing up the bloody daisies, aren't you? How many fucking armies have you got? You're still strength rank 1. I genuinely have lost count of the number of Dark Elves I've brutally murdered. I can't imagine you have many more. Famous last words. Alright, we'll take Garond. There's a gold mine there. I want that gold. Oh, should we go for Naggarond? We should probably go for Naggarond. Just like, hit it hard, hit it fast. Because there doesn't seem to be much resistance nearby. So if we hit it now, we can probably lock it down before the Dark Elves can counter-strike. So, to me, that seems like the best option. We haven't had any more visions, I've noticed. Is that maybe, have we broken the visions? Seen as that... Why the fuck did that quest have turns? What were they thinking? It's insane. Do I want some wine? Yeah, I bloody need wine. Yeah, we're getting wine. And I'm tempted to knock that down. But I think we'll keep it for the moment. The wine will help with our income. At least the elves seem to be sort of doing okay. Do we have a trade agreement with?
Bid you welcome.
Hello.
What do you wish to discuss? Serving the gods.
Good. Anyone else get a trade agreement with me? Anyone who likes me? You kind of like me.
Time? You are welcome here, friend. What business do you have?
A trade agreement, but you don't want one, so I guess we'll pass on that. Right, I'm thinking we head straight for Naggarond, get some siege towers up. We go and we brutally murder everyone on those walls. Smash down the door with our dinosaurs. Job's a good one. Maybe it takes like a turn for them to drop down strength rankings for it to recalculate. Because if he's still strength rank 1 after we've killed, what, like 5 of his armies? He can't replace them that bloody quickly. Hello. Okay, guess we got more visions. Good. Croak's back. Good. Where's Croak? There he is. Okay, you float over here. Rakarth is in attendance. That's going to make my life harder. Fuck you, Rakarth. But I think we're going to have to go for it. We've only got 5 more turns. What's the garrison like there? You know what, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Alright. We're going for it. We're going for it. I can't see any other Dark Elf armies nearby. Still not the best, but get some siege towers. They might actually decide to, like, come out to play. And if they do, all the better. Right, what visions have we got? No hard ones. We've got an easy one. That's a nice easy one over there. That's fine. We've got this one, Defender Sanctum. And one down here, which is kill Rob Hodgson. Kill that guy. Fair enough. Now, Jabber can actually go and deal with this one for us. So we'll send Jabber over there. No, it's a fine plan. Can we do anything with this? It's nothing really that's really... I would like to get Croak in this army, but... we'll see. If they decide to come and attack, then obviously we'll have to fend them off. I'm hoping they do. Because taking the walls is going to be difficult. Whereas dicking them over as per usual... Come on. No? Maybe? Oh, where is that? That looks like Ulthuan. It is indeed Ulthuan. Looks like they've landed on Ulthuan. Well, I've got their home under siege. Okay, they didn't come out, which is annoying. You tried to... oh, you little shit. What can you do to... you can boost income, you can discover undercities, you can stimulate... can Croak stimulate growth? Okay. Okay, I don't think you can actually get in the army this turn. So, just come over here. And next turn, we will pop you in the army. Mission abort. Okay, that guy's dead. So So we just need to defend the Sanctum down there and kill that little Chaos Army. We still need... So we got 2 siege towers? Is it just 1? I might need 3. I mean, in practice, they shouldn't be able to see my skinks. I don't know if they can see them if they're pushing siege towers. One would think that they would have some sort of inkling that there's something there if the siege towers are moving. But I don't know. You damaged my walls. I don't care. Upkeep reduction for skinks. That's good. Okay, we're going to get rid of one of the chameleon skinks. And we're going to get Croak in here. Melee defense and speed. Yes. I mean, speed would be great. Speed would be very nice. I like speed, and I like you being dead. Lichbone Penna is going to go on the Legion of Shakwa. And I'm going to take the money. I'm going to take the monies. We've got a new... Yep, he's dead. Good. Jabba's got a thing. Those guys are dead. Again. They keep popping up. How many turns have we got to do this? 7. Right, that's loads of turns. No worry. I mean, we haven't actually had many... We've had 1 hard vision so far. And I guess that battle just is gone now. We just can't complete it, which is weird. It's very weird. I need 1 more turn there. I just need 1 more turn to get those... I mean, I could maybe try and siege it out, but it's going to take... It's only going to take 3 turns before the garrison starts running low on supplies. And there are no more armies nearby. So we could just siege them down. We've got 7 turns there, so we've got plenty of time to take Naggarond, then hop over here and deal with that. So maybe that's what we do, because I feel like it's going to be tough to take that city. It says Pyrrhic victory. Admittedly, it's not killing as many of them. I just... The Black Dragon and all that kind of stuff. My skinks are so squishy. I think sieging them down is probably the safe option. I'll have the siege towers if I need them, but otherwise we'll just try and wait them out, because taking that kind of garrison is going to be very, very difficult for what is effectively a skirmishing force. Anyway, that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.